Hello, everyone. Welcome to our next to last session here for Product Days. I'm super excited for this one. This is actually coming to you live. We have Paul-Henri, who is going to talk about essentially some great insights from the field about overcoming infrastructure barriers. So no matter how you're deploying, no matter which LLM providers you're using, Paul-Henri is going to kind of talk you through best practices. So as we're getting set up here, I'm going to go ahead and I will hand it over to Paul-Henri. So Paul, thanks for joining and good luck.
Hello, thank you. Can you hear me okay? And see my slide, I guess. So thanks for having me today. And as Johan said, I'm Paul-Henri, or PH. Everything is going okay? I see you. No, it's fine. I think it's fine. Okay, thank you. Paul-Henri, I've been working at Dataiku for a few years now, and today I'm here as the VP of Field Engineering. So basically, the team who help our client across their journey with Dataiku to integrate her tool Dataiku within their technical environment. And so today's discussion will focus on the key ways Dataiku can help IT teams simplify and streamline data processes, increase efficiency, and enhance collaboration across different parts of your organization. This is about bridging the gap between data analytics and the underlying infrastructure, while ensuring we maintain robust security and scalability, as it's pretty key for this part of the organization, generally speaking. So by the end of this presentation, I hope that you will have a clearer understanding of how Dataiku can fit into your tech ecosystem to support the data-driven approach with less friction, better governance, and a unified platform that can make data science, AI, or whatever accessible to all the teams. I'm trying to go to the next slide. Yes, next slide. So here, the idea is to give you a quick overview of the Dataiku platform and to set it as the universal AI platform that simplifies the entire data lifecycle from data preparation, experimentation to production, and all activities happen in one single place. I think it's the end of the product day, so it's probably something that you have heard several times. So sorry if it's an additional time. And so just trying to focus on what is here for the IT teams. This means that instead of maintaining multiple tools for different stages of the data work, Dataiku allows everything to be done in one consistent environment. This not only cuts down operational complexity, but also helps ensure data security and compliance, since the entire data journey is happening in one single governed environment. And so at the end, whether your teams need a no-code interface or advanced coding capabilities, Dataiku is able to support both, which means that it can accommodate users with different profiles, either technical, either people coming from the business with core skills, that will all collaborate in one single tool, one single platform. And so at the end, whether your infrastructure is on-premise, in the cloud, or a mix of both, Dataiku can adapt, and the IT team can manage and monitor the entire data process while maintaining control over resources and security. So to go a little bit deeper into what is Dataiku platform, it's not just a set of concepts for people who actually own the infrastructure. It's generally a set of few nodes, the design node where you build your project, the production zone with automation node and API, where respectively you deploy your batch use cases on the automation and your real-time use cases on API nodes. All that governed by the node that is called govern, and with the deployer in the middle doing the orchestration of project deployment from the design to the production zone. And here below, the elastic compute block fully managed by Dataiku, which under the hood is a Kubernetes cluster that will allow all the code, machine learning training to be uploaded So it allows the platform to scale with the usage. Going to the next talking point, which is about the integration with your existing infrastructure. Yes, Dataiku is here to integrate seamlessly with your existing data and compute. Because one of the main challenges for IT teams is ensuring new platform play nicely with the existing infrastructure. And fortunately enough, Dataiku was built with that in mind since the very beginning. It all started with, it's not on my slide here, with Hadoop, and it's growing with more current technologies like Kubernetes and all the others. And so Dataiku connects to all major data sources, SQL, cloud storage, business application. This means that IT teams can empower data and business users to work with their data in a governed way without compromising or changing the existing underlying tech stack. Moreover, Dataiku supports both, as I said, low code and full code environment, providing flexibility for users to choose what suits them the best, whatever the underlying tech stack. And so at the end, Dataiku flexibility eliminates the need to constantly switch tools or worry about compatibility issues, and the integration helps the IT to maintain technology optionality, reducing the risk of getting locked into a single vendor. And as we say, today's best choice will not be tomorrow's best choice for sure. Sorry. The next big block is about security and governance. It's not the most sexy slide. It's not the most appealing topic, but also it's one very key and important topic when we deploy data platforms. So I will try to give you a few information. It's only a 6 block. I can add a lot more, but let's try to focus on a few that sounds pretty important. So here the key message is that Dataiku is here to ensure that all your data projects are secure, auditable, and compliant. The security is the priority, or one of the key priorities, at least for the IT teams, and Dataiku addresses this with built-in support for user authentication, along with extensive audit trails for every action taken within the platform. Unified governance means that IT can oversee all the project from a single interface, managing users' access down to very granular levels. This helps to build trust in AI initiative, as every step can be documented, audited, and is made compliant with your internal policies. So just having a look to each of those blocks. Here, for example, the integration with the system. It streamlines the user provisioning, authentication, and it ensures that IT teams can easily manage user access while maintaining strong security protocol. Audit trails. Every action taken within Dataiku is logged, providing extensive details of what's happening. This level of detail is always crucial for accountability and compliance, as it allows the company to track user action and to ensure that data projects are compliant with the internal and external regulation. Sorry. Another key part is the access to the data. Dataiku guarantees a secure access to your data by leveraging the native security mechanism of the data sources. We don't have an additional layer on top of Snowflake, of AWS S3, etc., etc. It's really the native mechanism of the data sources that is applied. This means that the data is protected at all the time, whether it is being accessed, processed, or stored. Regarding the governance, here Dataiku provide the unified governance for your entire AI portfolio, ensuring that analytics and AI projects are designed, developed, and deployed following your best practices. And this type of governance frameworks is really key to build trustable AI projects that can be then used widely in the company, because with no trust, nothing happens after that. You can build project, but if the business do not trust it, it won't be used. Another key part is that all those new tech can be pretty costly, and with the GenAI wave, it can be pretty aggressive. So Dataiku allows IT teams to monitor the cost of compute by aggregating all possible compute costs. And the visibility helps to manage and optimize the resource usage by ensuring that all the projects stay within the budget. And so you can maximize the efficiency of each dollar you spend on things such as GenAI. So at the end, the goal here is to make it easy for the IT teams to have a complete oversight and control over the data project, ensuring that they follow the established security and governance protocols without adding any overhead to your day-to-day work. Next up is scalability and performances. We want to position Dataiku as a single platform where you can make many users collaborate. You can scale projects across the entire organization. So the question that comes very quickly is it scalable? Can I have good performances as the usage grows? So Dataiku scales with your workloads and adapt to the demand of your project. Whether you are running data preparation tasks, training machine learning models, or deploying real-time services, it's always the same. Dataiku pushes the compute to your existing resources, whether it is on-premise or on the cloud. This means that there is no bottleneck and performances will scale as your usage grows. And so IT teams can ensure that the data project perform reliably even under high workloads. And so this scalability at the end means that as an IT, you do not need to worry about any bottleneck as long as you have the required infrastructure under the hood to scale the usage of Dataiku. Next point is collaboration. It's a very common theme when we present what you can do with Dataiku. And in fact, it's a very key point because you can have the best possible platform with all the governance, security. If it's not usable by all the people within your organization, especially the business users, if they cannot collaborate with your tech people or leverage the new technologies, it's a miss, basically. So Dataiku is here to bridge the gap between the different teams and technical skill levels. Dataiku has always been built to foster collaboration across the organization. At the beginning, it was from data scientists to analysts. Today, we better talk about the core business user who can now benefit from the latest AI technology. The platform's low-code and full-code interfaces mean that all these different users can work in the same environment without the barriers. And the IT team in particular, you can benefit from having a single platform that can accommodate both of them without having to maintain two environments for all those different profiles. And this helps to, of course, eliminate silos and create a unified language around the data project. So at the end, for you IT people, this translates to less time spent managing different tools for different teams and more time focusing on strategic initiative and adding value to the business. Another point that is really crucial when you start with Dataiku, it's the deployment of the platform, how you get your own Dataiku environment, basically. And so today, I really want to underline that now Dataiku comes as a service with our offer that is called Dataiku Cloud, making deployment simpler and accelerating the time to value, because it's what is important for us and for our clients. So Dataiku Cloud, the deployment is totally streamlined because it is fully hosted in Dataiku Cloud Tenant. And it comes with a few nice advantages. One of the biggest one, from my perspective, is the fact that you don't have to think about upgrades, backup, monitoring. The platform is always up with the last version. Everything is handled by Dataiku, as it's fully hosted in Dataiku Cloud Tunnel. So you don't need to have people who maintain the underlying stack and take care of this administration that can be pretty complex and convoluted and consume high-end resources. It also comes with the elastic compute that I mentioned earlier, that offers you and guarantee that you will have scalable resources for everything that is related to running code payload, training machine learning model, this kind of stuff. You have it. It's included into Dataiku Cloud. And of course, you get the add-ons that are available to support the growth and provide the flexibility that has always been part of Dataiku philosophy. And also wanted to mention that for the environment that requires high flexibility or customization, alternative deployment approaches are still available upon request, and we work with you to figure out what is the best solution to deploy Dataiku in your environment. So at the end, with Dataiku Cloud, as an IT team, you benefit from simplified deployment and you reduce the operational overhead. The full managed environments allow you to focus on higher value tasks while maintaining an environment that is always up to date with the latest features for your end users. Another important aspect that is often underestimated on the tech side is the fact that Dataiku is fully production ready to operationalize AI workloads. From model development to monitoring, Dataiku provides a standardized approach to MLOps. It makes it easy to move projects from experimentation to production. It's the convoluted cycle that we try to represent here, from the data discovery, data preparation, model development, model readiness. You sign the model with the governed framework. Once it's signed, you deploy it, you consume it, you monitor it, and then you improve it along the way. Everything is built in Dataiku, and so for IT team, you can leverage automation and monitoring tools integrated with your CI/CD practice to ensure that models are properly deployed and maintained according to your own standard. Dataiku also includes features like model versioning, rollback capabilities that are not openly mentioned on the slide here, but that you should have in mind. And so it helps to mitigate all the risk when moving models into production. And Dataiku, of course, offers centralized monitoring dashboard that allows you to monitor and oversee the health and performance of all your models that are deployed on Dataiku, but not only on Dataiku. It can be models that are deployed on the underlying tech environment, where you get alert and insight to keep your operation running smoothly. So at the end, Dataiku helps all the IT teams to transform AI initiative from a one-off experiment into scalable, repeatable processes that deliver constant business value. And so here, for that, you leverage automation, monitoring, and Dataiku ensures that the models are not only deployed effectively, but also maintained to meet the performance and compliance standard of your organization over the time. And the last point, it's customization and flexibility. It's not something that we put first, but when it comes to the Tigus implementation and configuration in complex environments, it's become really a key part of Dataiku, because Dataiku flexibility ensures it can meet the unique needs of your organization. With the extensive plugin capabilities, custom connector, and integration with existing workflows, Dataiku can be tailored to fit specific business requirements. IT team can build custom plugins, incorporate external code libraries, integrate with existing systems to make Dataiku a very versatile addition to your tech stack. And so at the end, for an IT organization, the customization capability to extend Dataiku beyond the feature, beyond the out-of-the-box feature, ensuring that the platform can adapt to your specific needs rather than the other way around. To ensure successful deployment and good usage. And it was the last slide. As I think I'm just on time, and so I wanted to say thank you, thanks a lot. I hope I give you a few insights in only 20 minutes, and I can take I can take a few questions. I'm trying to read the chat at the same time, and I don't hear you, Marie.
Hello, I'll join to help you with the questions here. We had a couple of good ones, mostly about, we had a couple about like just having access to the slides. So we are going to send all recordings and slides by next week. So the recordings will be on demand tomorrow, and then the slides and all resources will be available next week. So just keep an eye out for that. For all registrants, you'll have access to that. And then we also had a question about someone looking for resource documentation for performance tuning, monitoring, troubleshooting, deployment, job issues on self-managed nodes like EKS, AKS. And so I directed them to our developer guide, and also noted we have a lot of great answers in our Dataiku community. But PH, would you have anything to add there that might be useful for them?
Was it a question on the chat?
Yeah, it's over in the Q&A.
Okay, it's in the Q&A. I was looking at show the presentation. It's the one about developer guide.
Right. Yeah. So do we have anything else maybe that you might recommend other than what I had posted there?
No, to be truly honest, I think that the developer guide and the official Dataiku documentation are great starting points. It's really the official line. It's updated with every and each release, so it's where you have really the fresh information. And of course, if you're in contact with Dataiku teams, do not hesitate to ask directly to the people that you have in front of you. Either they can answer, they can give you more detailed explanation, or they can do some triage to route your question to the right people who will help to provide a good answer.
Great. Awesome. Well, I think that's it for our questions. I don't see any new ones that have come through. So I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and wrap it up. And I know that you mentioned enhanced security and governance is one of those third benefits. So we actually have a great demo we can show you in the meantime before we jump to our next session, which I encourage you to stay on for, everyone, because this is our Frontrunner Awards, where we're going to announce our winners for this year's Frontrunner Awards. So be sure to stay on and look forward to that. And in the meantime, enjoy this demo video. And then, yeah, thank you.
With the accelerated adoption of analytics and AI projects, it is becoming increasingly difficult for teams to manage comprehensive documentation and monitoring, as well as mitigate operational or legal risks. Now more than ever, companies need governance and oversight to safely scale their AI and analytics projects. In this video, we will explore Dataiku's governance capabilities, giving you the visibility and control you need to confidently and safely deliver AI within your organization. Govern is the dedicated space in Dataiku that serves as a central watchtower over your AI and analytics portfolio. In a single tab, review all models, bundles, and projects across your design instances, and determine which assets to explicitly govern. Since major business initiatives such as customer retention, fraud detection, or claims analysis often require multiple analyses and pipelines, group Dataiku projects under the larger umbrella of a business initiative and review overall program progress in one place. Use the Kanban view to track project status across all business initiatives. To standardize your approach to AI, create project plans and leverage workflow blueprints with clear steps and gates to explore, build, test, and deploy AI projects with optimized speed and value. For each governed project, project owners document its objectives, scope, and use cases, and add business sponsors or relevant attachments such as model documentation. They'll also complete a qualification assessment of each project's value, risk, and feasibility, which we will see become useful across projects in a minute. Assign relevant colleagues from different departments to ensure proper reviews and approvals take place later in the process. This way, you tackle transparency and avoid misaligned priorities or undefined performance metrics that can expose your organization to operational, reputational, and legal hazards. For ML engineers and operators, the model registry is a central inventory of all your models, even those imported from outside Dataiku, such as those developed using MLflow. Dataiku tracks not only the version in production, but also subflows for potential challenger or replacement models that are still under development and review. Simply select a model version to review its creation date, status, and full roster of performance and drift metrics. The governance workflow comes into play when data teams want to push a new model or project version to production. They need to gather feedback and comments from stakeholders, or in some cases, receive final sign-off before deployment. If a project contributor attempts to deploy a model or bundle version to production without the necessary validation and approvals, the action will be blocked. The user will be prompted to initiate a review cycle and obtain proper sign-off. By ensuring models meet the necessary standards, the team will minimize the risk and maintain control over the analytics lifecycle. As a project progresses through the development workflow, project managers can add comments and mark finished stages as complete. Back on the governed project page, notice the gauges that show the current status of many projects at a glance. You can also compare existing projects in terms of risks and value with the heat map view, or check the business initiative overview in the Kanban view. This enables leaders to easily compare projects and make informed decisions about resource and investment prioritization across the organization's entire AI portfolio. In this video, we've seen how Dataiku's governance capabilities help you mitigate risks and foster accountability in the AI lifecycle, building the necessary trust to safely scale AI in your enterprise. To learn more about DataOps and MLOps capabilities, check out the rest of the key capability videos. Thanks for watching.